Okay, this is 100% unscripted. And today I ran my first 10K. Like, I ran 10K. Seriously. Like, I still can't believe it. I ran 10K and it wasn't intentional. And let me tell you a little bit why. So, in this video, I just want to talk to you about what happened, why did this happen, what was going through my mind, and what I learned from it. So that if you ever want to start running, then you can feel inspired by this. And as always, I am fully transparent. I'm wearing absolutely no makeup. This was not planned at all. I was actually just about to go to bed. And I was like, you know what? I need to immortalize this moment because this is only going to happen once. And if you saw my other video, I was mentioning that one of the reasons why I'm doing YouTube is because in 10 years, I want to be able to go back and watch my video and think, oh my God, look at everything that you've done. How amazing is this? So I've asked my friend Claude to ask me a few questions. So I have them here and I will be going through it during this video. So let's get started. Okay, so let me tell you how this happened. So every Saturday, I go to a run club in Ottawa, and we usually do 5K. But this weekend was different because it was sponsored by North Face. It was a run of 10 to 15 kilometers. And to be honest, when I first saw this, I was like, no way, that's not for me. I'm not going to do that. I've never even done 5K before. I've done around 5K, but not officially. You know what I mean? So to be completely honest, I did talk to Claude. I want to go, but at the same time, I feel like such an imposter. And finally, he helped me to just decide to go. And because I go there every weekend, I made some friends there. And one of my friends was like, do you want to run with our group? Yeah, sure. Why not? And then I go into the group and it's girls that have run half marathon. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the pace. However, there was a girl in this group that was around my pace. She had just ran a 10K. So, okay, so maybe I can go closer to her pace. We start running and then we start with the hardest part that where there was hills. And I was like, oh my gosh, can I really do this? Just to summarize this, I was planning on only doing what I could do, my usual 30 minutes and then stopping and walking back whenever my body was telling me to stop. But that's obviously not what happened. That's why I'm making this video. So the next question is, what were the obstacles? I would say that some of the obstacles were, the biggest one is obviously mental. It's so mental. My inner dialogue just saying, why would you do this? Can you really do this? What did you get yourself into? You're not as good as them. And because we are doing it as a group and there's so many people around me, it's really motivating. So every time that I see somebody, I'm like, hey, let's go, keep going. I'm smiling, saying hi, and they respond back. And every time that they respond back, it gives me a little bit more that nice little feeling. Okay, so the next question is, what was I thinking about? Honestly, because I was with my new friend that I had just met that day, I was really interested in getting to know her. So I was asking her a question about her life, about her high school. I learned that she went to a private international school. I didn't even know there was this in Ontario. And just got to know her, and we've got a few things in common. So it was really nice. Okay, so another thing I was thinking about was like visually what I was seeing. So the scenery was just so freaking amazing. You should have seen this. Okay. All of the places that I've been to, there was forest, there was rivers, there was bridges, there was flowers. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. I was really trying to enjoy the moment in the now. So I often do that when I run. I look at the sky. Oh my gosh, the sky is so blue. Or I'll look at trees and I'm like, I'm so grateful to be here. Or I'll just listen to the sounds of what I'm hearing. In that moment, I think some of the skills that I'm using is really mindfulness, being grounded in the present. And then the second skill that I'm using is gratefulness. So grateful that I'm able to run, that I'm healthy right now, that I'm in Canada, that I have a job, that I have a dog, that I have friends. It just keeps going and going. And honestly, I don't know if you've tried exercise, like saying 5 things per day, but it really does make a difference. And so while I was running, I did that, and I often do that. Okay, so I told you there was 3 checkpoints. I did the first one, and then I was like, I'm probably not going to make the second one. So I told my friend, you can keep going. I'm probably not going to follow you, but I'm just going to listen to my body. And one thing I did differently during this run that I don't do usually is take breaks. Because there was lights, we had to wait. Obviously, we couldn't run through the lights. And that really helped, actually. I did not know. I thought it was cheating if I was stopping. This is probably my perfectionist tendencies saying that, but it made a really big difference. We ended up going to the second checkpoint, which was next to the bridge. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm still going. I'm still breathing normally. I'm still able to talk at the same time. Yes, I'm super sweaty, but I'm going. I was just really trying to stay in the present. So I was like, I think I can do this. After the second checkpoint, we kept going together. We walked a few times. And then we got closer to the finish line. And she showed me her phone saying that it was 10 kilometers. And I was like, no, that's not possible. 10 kilometers, really? And when we crossed the finish line, I had tears coming out of my eyes. And that's when I understood, okay, that's why marathoners are crying after they finish their run. Now I finally understand. Yeah, I wanted to sob, but there's so many people around me that I just cried a little bit. I hugged my friend, I took some pictures, and I was a little bit in shock, but I was also so proud of myself. So it's not even been 24 hours and I'm still trying to integrate it. And that's partly why I'm doing this video. So yeah. If you're thinking about running or if you're thinking about accomplishing a goal, I would like you to know that it's possible. There are so many things in my life that I thought I would never be able to accomplish. But today was a really big example that I can do it. And I think the way that I did it is by not overextending myself. So weekly, I run at a really slow pace. I don't push myself, and I usually never do more than 30 minutes. I think that consistency over time really builds, and that's probably what helped me to do this run today. I would say in any project, if you're trying to accomplish a goal, to never try to go too fast. It's not a race, it's a marathon. There's going to be multiple stops. And it's not always going to be you're not always going to see the result. You're going to see the result at some point and you're going to be like, "What? This really happened right now?" And actually now I'm visualizing getting to 10K subscribers on YouTube. I want to have this exact feeling that I'm having right now. Holy shit, I did it. I had a goal. I was consistent. For a very long time, I didn't see any results. And finally, now I have some. Yeah, I think if there's one thing you can remember from this video is that even if you're not a runner, if you have a goal, you can do it. Just pace yourself and go slowly. And one day you'll get there. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.